Hi, this is Declan from the IT Empire, and today I'm coming at you with a very quick review of the Nintendo 3DS. Now, I'm sure you've all already seen reviews of the device, so you won't need me to go through the actual looks of it too in depth, but I'll just show you a quick look. As you can see, it now has the game slot here, as well as the stylus, which is now telescopic, very much more efficient, as well as the infrared receiver on the back. It has the wireless button on this side, as well as the 3D depth slider, which you'll be able to see when I open the device. The microphone port is all that is on the front of it, and you can very much see the 3 layer of colorings that Nintendo's gone with. There's currently 3 colors out and 2 more to be released, in white and pink, coming out soon. The other side contains just the volume button and the SD card slot. On the top of the system we have the 2 cameras that can enable to take 3D photos, and the back just basically has some information about the device. Now, as you can see when we open the device, it now has an analog stick, which is a new thing for Nintendo, as well as the standard layout there. New pads here, including a new home button, and also the D-pad comes back, which is very useful and is good for playing backwards compatible games, which this does support Nintendo DS games, as well as the new 3DS games. So my thoughts on this device. I think Nintendo took a very bold move for going for the 3DS as its main seller. The 3D capabilities, while very interesting and good to look at, they don't really add too much to many games, with the exception of puzzlers like Super Monkey Ball, which it did add that level of depth that made it a little bit easier to solve puzzles. Other games, it really is just a gimmick, and because of the battery life, which is pretty atrocious, you find yourself not using it to try and save that up. The actual main problem that many people find is the lack of games available. Even this has been about 6-7 months in, we're still struggling for games, with the exception of Star Fox and Legend of Ocarina of Time, Zelda. We haven't really had too many very good games for this device. Surely that will change next month with Mario, and Mario Kart 7 as well coming out in December. So I'm sure that'll be a big seller, and this is where this device will really start to control, the market and lay out its turf. We do have the Vita coming out in February, which is what Nintendo wants to get a strong head start on, I thought, by bringing out this device so early. Now the device does look very nice. I have the blue version, and I'm really happy that I chose this. The black version looks a little bit dull to me, but they do both look like, really modern and high advanced devices. Now, you may ask, should you buy one even after the recent price drop? Well, they're $240 in Australia at the moment, and I think they're $199 over in the United States. So yeah, I have a recent problem, and I'll go into more about this in another video, with the recent analog stick expansion announced. And if any of you have seen the photos of it, it's quite big. It adds about this much onto the 3DS to add another analog stick. And I'm sure Nintendo is planning to at least release a new 3DS version with that extra analog stick on the device itself. Now that would make me hesitant in buying a 3DS. Also the Vita coming, which I think will be a superior device, even with its battery life, which is supposed to be 3 to 5 hours as well. But I would really recommend, if you're a big fan of Super Mario games, then I would recommend buying this now, because at the end of the day it is only $240, which is really quite cheap. It's good. Even for the 3D, it's gimmicky. It's quite interesting, and it's quite a thing to pull out and say to your friends, look at this 3D on this device. So for that alone, I would recommend it if you're interested in the Mario games. Otherwise, I would say hold off until they announce the 3DS Lite or 3DS with the extra analog stick in it. That's my opinion on the device. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to us, like this video, and leave a comment if you have any criticism or anything that you'd like to say. Just leave a comment and I'm sure to take it in.